Zippity doo dah, zippity day, my oh my, it's a wonderful day. It is the last day of summer. 2021, a record breaking summer when it came to heat. Hottest summer ever, as you all know by now. We talked about that a while back, but we wrap it up on this Tuesday, the 21st day of September. Tomorrow at 12:20 in the afternoon is the autumnal equinox. We welcome autumn, but Mother Nature doesn't care. We're in for some late summer weather all this week, right into the weekend. High pressure will be large and in charge. It's going to keep any kind of system away from us, with the exception of a weak system that's going to come in tonight into Wednesday. Ain't going to last very long. We'll go right back to sunny, mild, dry conditions really all week long. Forecast details right around the corner. Mondays have a tendency to be a little busy in the bullpen news-wise, and that's exactly the case it was yesterday. We got a lot of news to get to. When we get to that segment. Sports, Pete Carroll had his press junket yesterday. He meets with the media every Monday to talk about what happened Sunday. Penalties. We'll talk about that. But the Mariners won, a critical game for the Mariners. They're running out of real estate. They want to make the playoffs for the first time in 20 years. But they won. They beat Oakland. We got highlights of that. The obscure holiday today in history, an opinion from my Mad Dog Magnotti. Celebrity birthdays, if I haven't mentioned that already. And Linda Haglund will be my guest, the executive director of the Wenatchee Downtown Association. Once again, the Downtown Association of the Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce is teaming up today for another job fair. There are employers out there who need employees. So shine your shoes, put on your nice clothes, grab your resume, or some people call it your resume, and head down to the Wenatchee Convention Center, see if you can find a job. We'll talk about that with Linda in the back half of the program. 2 minutes after the hour, 48 degrees, bountiful sunshine. Sun's just starting to come up. Let's take our tour around north central Washington with our cameras around the valley. You can see the sun is just kissing Birch Mountain, high above Sunny Slope. Sunrise this morning, 6:47. Sunset tonight, 7 o'clock sharp. That's 12 hours and 13 minutes of daylight on this last day of summer. This is going to be the last sunset. That's going to be at 7 p.m. or later until we get to March of next year. And the only reason that's going to happen because the daylight saving kicks in, which needs to be eliminated. But I won't get on my soapbox quite yet. But a beautiful morning today. So yeah, even though we're going to hit the halfway point, the three-quarters point of the year, basically tomorrow, it's not going to be exactly 12 hours of daylight and 12 hours of sunset. This doesn't work that way. By the way, we have 100 days left in the year, starting today. 265 days into 2021, 100 days to go. Good morning, Wenatchee Valley. Camera number 2. Downtown Wenatchee rises up and takes a bow from our Cascadian camera, a pretty light commute. Tuesdays have a tendency to be a fairly heavy commute for the simple fact a lot of people take Mondays off. A lot of professionals do, especially those who have to work on Saturdays. Their weekend consists of Sundays and Mondays. But now everybody is back to work on this Tuesday. Light traffic on the avenue as we look down towards the Senator George Seller Bridge. Camera number 3. Billy Goat takes a bow. Looks like there's a spider web on Billy Goat. Somebody climb up there and take care of that. Beautiful skies up there. Alta Lake in your lower right-hand corner of your screen. The Alta Lake Golf Course, one of my favorites, down there as well. Gorgeous view of the Okanagan Valley with Pateros, Bridgeport. Well, you can't quite see Bridgeport. You can make out Pateros and Brewster if you squint. If you squint a lot, you can see Riverside. And camera number 4. I crack myself up sometimes. Boy, that looks to be the monitor camera. Got confirmation from Mr. Darby. That is, in fact, the monitor camera looking back towards Cashmere, I believe. You can see the Wenatchee River on the morning commute there. Beautiful view. Orchard. What's left to pick off the trees? I guess just apples and pears probably at this point, as we're so late into the growing season now. That's just a guess. I'm not an orchardist. I'm not into the agriculture. I follow it because that's really still the lifeblood of the Wenatchee Valley. But I'm guessing that we just have apples and pears left. So it's a guess. I don't know what I'm talking about, quite frankly, most of the time. And I think our viewers have figured that out. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the weather forecast from the National Weather Service. High pressure going to be dominating our weather with one exception. There's going to be a weak wave that comes across tonight into Wednesday. Going to cloud us up and going to make it a little breezy, but it's also ushering in some warmer temperatures. So that 77 that you see today for our afternoon high is actually a little bit above normal. Our normal high this time of the year is 75 degrees. We hit 71 on Monday, so we'll be 6 degrees warmer for our afternoon high today. 52 for the overnight low tonight. You'll see the clouds increasing tonight, but it won't last very long. You're going to wake up to quite a bit of cloud cover tomorrow morning. It'll dissipate as the day progresses. We'll get up to maybe a degree or two warmer on Wednesday. Again, clouds tomorrow morning, sunshine tomorrow afternoon, a little breezy Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday night as this weak low wave kind of zips right by. We go right back to sunny and warm temperatures on Thursday. Into the 80s we go Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Like I said, summer says, hey, it may be autumn come Wednesday afternoon, but I'm going to be hanging around, bringing us sunny and warm temperatures. Very pleasant late summertime weather right through Monday of next week. Enjoy it while you can. Hold on to these days because we earn these kinds of days when it comes to January and February when it's cloudy and cold pretty much every day. So enjoy these days, put them in the bank, and save them for January. All right, that's your forecast from the National Weather Service. 6 minutes after the hour. After a 1 minute break, we have a lot of news to get to. Yeah, I kid you not. The news is 1 minute away. You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel.
Kids are resilient. I just love their energy. They bounce back so quickly. I love the stories they tell. I love just their charisma, their character. I love to see that subtle smile that you pull out of a kid, you know, when you start talking with them about something they really like. I just love what I do, and I can't imagine I would be as happy doing anything else.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Yes, it's me. It's my husband. I think is there something the matter with him?
It was a feeling that I'll never forget, like being able to meet them and know that he survived.
Okay, tell me what's happening. Is he conscious?
No, he's not. He's
Okay,
not.
okay. Take a deep breath for me. I'm getting you help.
Rivercom means to me that I still have my husband here with me. They're the ones that guided me through saving his life.
.48 degrees in downtown Wenatchee. Bountiful sunshine, high of 77. Clouds tonight, clouds early Wednesday morning. They'll be leaving the area by Wednesday afternoon, and we're going to see sunshine and highs in the 80s by Thursday, Friday, and right on in to the weekend. At 8 minutes after the hour, your headlines begin with this. The Chelan County Public Utility District promoted from within. They have named their new general manager to replace the departing Steve Wright. It is current executive Kirk Hudson. He's going to start on January 1st. He's 54 years old. He's the managing director of generation and transmission. He's going to replace Steve Wright, who served as general manager since 2013. The Utility District's Board of Commissioners announcing the selection yesterday afternoon after what it described as, quote, an extensive national search, end quote. Hudson has served in several positions for the Chelan PUD in the past 24 years. In 2018, he led the formation of the Hydropower Research Institute. That was a collaborative aimed at driving the digital transformation of hydropower. He also worked in the consulting industry for 7 years prior to joining the PUD. He's a graduate of the University of Washington with a degree in civil engineering. He and his wife, Andrea, have 3 adult children. And when he begins work on January 1st, he will become the 13th general manager of the Chelan County PUD since its founding in 1936. A report of a man urinating outside the Mill Bay Casino in Manson early on Friday morning turned into an aborted vehicle pursuit and a 6-hour standoff while the suspect stood thigh-high in the Columbia River. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office said deputies responded to the casino just before 6 a.m. Friday to see the suspect drive away. Well, the Sheriff's Office said in compliance with the state's new policing laws, the pursuit was halted after the suspect failed to stop for a deputy. But the vehicle was later spotted by a civil deputy along the Columbia River on Highway 97A. The Sheriff's Office said when they attempted to detain him, he resisted arrest and was shot with a non-lethal pepper ball gun. Well, the suspect, reportedly holding a golf club shaft, then fled into the river near a private residence. Deputies, the Washington State Patrol, a Marine Patrol unit, and mental health specialists spent more than 6 hours trying to convince the man to come out of the water. The Sheriff's Office said pepper ball and a taser were then used to incapacitate the man as the deputy moved in with a ballistic shield. 47-year-old Jesus Oliveira booked into the Chelan County Jail on charges of attempting to elude, reckless driving, driving with a suspended license, second-degree trespassing, and resisting arrest. COVID-19 infections, exposures, and quarantines have led to nearly a quarter of the student enrollment in the Okanagan School District to be absent from class last week. In a letter to parents sent out on Friday, Superintendent Ashley Getz said 230 students, that's about 23% of the district's enrollment, had to stay home at one point last week, largely due to pandemic requirements. She urged parents to be diligent in monitoring and reporting signs of COVID infection in their kids. Now, by comparison, the Wenatchee School District says over the last 2 weeks, 153 students and about 40 staff members have had to take time off from school because of COVID. That's about 2% of each population. The Wenatchee Downtown Association and the Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce, again, holding a job fair today. It's going to be held at the Wenatchee Convention Center. The executive director of the WDA, Linda Haglund, is my guest on this morning's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, and she told me about how demand for employees is even higher this go-round.
We knew when we partnered with the chamber last time, we knew that hopefully we could get them through the summer as things were really fully opening up. But the need, now that a lot of college and high school kids have gone back to school, the need is even greater now. And we're thinking with the unemployment changes, the benefit changes, that there may be people ready to seek jobs in the job market. Kids have gone back to school. Maybe the situation has changed. And so from 10 until 3, we will be at the Wenatchee Convention Center all day from 10 until 3, and you can come in and you'll have over 50 opportunities to see what is out there. A little bit different, we learned from the last time. We'll have a map to tell you who is there and where. That was a little interesting last time. We had over 80 employers and people came looking specifically, let's say for Confluence Health or CVCH or PUD or someone. So we'll have a map to help you better navigate through, and we will be upstairs this time and not downstairs. If there was ever a time you wanted to think about a job somewhere, there has never been a better time to get a job in this town, ever. There will be an opportunity for you. We'll have an interviewing room. Some may be hiring on the spot. So if you're really come with your resume, and dressed for success. But even if you can't, let's say you may be looking for a job transition. You can come, on your lunch hour, and that's going to be okay too. We'll have a place you can fill out applications there. We will just try to do this and help both our employees looking for jobs and employers looking for employees. We're going to make it the very easiest we can.
The Manson Hydrofest speedboat races have been canceled. Yep, it's a consequence of the COVID-19 pandemic. The event was scheduled to take place this weekend, but on Friday, the Seattle Inboard Racing Association are the ones who organized the race. They announced that healthcare and emergency resources in Chelan County are too heavily burdened by the pandemic. Central Washington Hospital and other healthcare centers have warned that personnel may be stretched too thin by COVID patients to effectively respond to accidents and emergencies. And finally this morning, a fungus that can devastate the bat colonies continues to show signs of life here in Chelan County. The Department of Fish and Wildlife says white nose syndrome was detected in April in a dead bat that was found near Malaga. Now, signs of the fungus that causes the disease were first detected in bat guano collected in Chelan County in May of 2020, but this is the first local confirmation of the disease itself. White nose syndrome does not affect humans or domesticated animals, but it can spread quickly among bat populations while they hibernate, and that destroys the skin of their wings and causes them to become active during cold weather. The illness has also been detected in bats in King, Kittitas, and Pierce counties. That's what's making news. At 14 minutes after the hour, we'll have a newscast for you again tonight with Grant and Eric and the news team putting together what they think you need to know to wrap up your Tuesday. And with the preview, the anchor, Grant Olson.
Good morning, Dan. Coming up tonight on the NCW Life Evening News, it's the first day of fall tomorrow, and our weather this week will feel more like summer. I'll have all the details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. And in sports, Eric Granstrom has the latest on the Mariners and Seahawks, as well as tonight's high school sports action. That and all the day's news stories coming up tonight at 5, 6, and 10 on the NCW Life Evening News. We hope to see you then. Dan?
Thank you, Grant. You got a news tip? You want to drop us a note and say hi? Go online. Go to our Facebook page and use our Facebook Messenger app. You can email us directly, news@ncwlife.com, or go to our homepage, ncwlife.com. We're constantly populating it with the latest news and information and shows and stuff like that. ncwlife.com, at the very top of the page, you'll see the Contact Us icon. It's down the road you go. When we come back with sports, this is the time of the year where the Mariners have got to win some games, and by golly, they won last night. It was a big one down to the Bay Area against Oakland. Highlights are 1 minute away with sports. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
NCW Life Channel is your local TV station. We provide the latest news from around North Central Washington weeknights at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock with Grant Olson. If it's happening in your neighborhood, we have you covered with a staff of reporters who are always on call. Grant will also keep you up to date on the latest weather, and Eric Grandstrom covers sports. It's all on your local TV station, the NCW Life Channel.
Make being home fun again. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa has just what you need to bring fun back into your backyard. We have a wide selection of artesian spas and swim spas, new and used, to choose from. We are happy to announce we are now selling Rainbow Kids play structures with 50 models to choose from. To help finish off your entertainment area, we have patio furniture and Komodo Joe grills. At Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, we have just what you need to bring family fun and entertainment to your backyard. Stop by today.
17 minutes after the hour, the Mariners beat Oakland last night 4-2. The key, good pitching, timely hitting. That usually gets the job done. Seattle got out to an early lead thanks to the bat waking up for veteran third baseman Kyle Seager.
Out towards left center field, and this drops in, bounces high off the wall. Crawford in. France right behind him. Haniger a wide turn. He gets back to the bag. He's safe at third. Kyle Seager brings home two. He stands up at second, and the Mariners lead Mania and the A's 3-0 in the third inning.
And for Kyle, being aggressive in this at bat. Pitch up in the zone, able to get the barrel to it. Marte, the center fielder, was playing over towards right center. A long run for him, can't get to it.
He rips this into right center field. Haniger's coming around. Seager drives in his third run tonight, and he is out at second base. A couple of familiar foes right there, Seager and Andrews. It's a 4-1 Mariners lead.
The Mariners backed up 7 solid innings by starting pitcher Tyler Anderson.
Swing and a miss. Blows it past him. Anderson makes quick work of Chapman for his first strikeout.
Yeah, basically went right after him. Quick delivery, Supermo. Late swing on the heater.
Chasing off the plate. Back-to-back strikeouts for Tyler Anderson here in the second.
Canna back in there. The windup and the 3-2 pitch. Here she comes. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And Tyler Anderson strikes out the side.
Another strikeout for Tyler Anderson, his fourth.
5th strikeout for Tyler Anderson. There's 2 down.
Swing and a miss. Top of the zone. 6 strikeouts over 6 strong innings. A late swing and a miss. You don't see swings like that from Canna often. 7th strikeout for Tyler Anderson tonight.
Now, things did get a little sticky in the 8th inning. Oakland scored a run, made it a 4-2 game. They had runners on base, but Paul Sewald came in to close the deal.
And nothing hit hard.
Strike 3 called. How about some paint on the lower outside corner? Pitcher's pitch. 2 gone.
Yeah, I think Olson thought this was down, but it's just perfect with the slider after a couple of heaters. Comes right back with the slider.
2 outs, 2 on. Sewald's 0-2. Oh, he rips it right past him at 93. He clips the corner. Sewald with a 5-out save. 3 strikeouts along the way. He gets it done yet again. And the Mariners take game 1 from the Coliseum. 4-2 the final score.
Seager, Mitch Haniger, and J.P. Crawford all had multi-hit games, but manager Scott Service was quick to credit the pitching staff for getting the job done.
Another outstanding starting pitching effort. A bit easier to line up that bullpen when the starters give you 7 innings. And Tyler Anderson might have been as sharp as we've seen him at any point all season long. So really excited about what he was able to do. I think the first 14 or 15 pitches of the game were all strikes, and he was on top of it. So got off to a good start. Pitch count was in check. Made huge pitches, throughout the game. Big double play ball there to end the 7th to set it up for us there. I thought, after that, I don't think Diego threw the ball bad at all. Obviously, they got some soft hits. They took them the other way to put a rally together there. And, thank goodness for Paul Sewell. Wow. He's had some kind of season, and so important to give him the last couple of days off over in Kansas City, winning that game yesterday by the margin we did, not having to use him. He was fresh tonight. We needed him, getting 5 big outs with the back-to-back punch outs there in the 8th against the heart of their lineup. So big outing there. Seager has been struggling a little bit here this month. Got him an off day yesterday. He looked great tonight. Really needed, gets the 3 RBIs for his big hits there, and not a ton offensively. I thought Haniger swung the bat really well, but to come in here, get the first game of this series, what we're shooting for, we're going to win this series. We know it. They know it as well. So very competitive, and we'll come back at them tomorrow night.
And another big game tonight for the Mariners. Marco Gonzalez will toe the rubber. Oakland will go with Paul Blackburn. All right, to the American League West on Monday. Aaron Judge 2 for 3 with a run and an RBI. Yankees beat the Rangers 4-3. Listen to the crowd. Marvin Gonzalez was 2 for 5 with a grand slam and 5 RBIs to lead Houston over the Angels 10-0. So to the wild card race we go. Despite a 2-run rally in the 9th, Tampa Bay held on to beat Toronto 6-4. Boston didn't play, so the Red Sox lead is a game and a half over the Blue Jays. Yankees are a half game back. Oakland 2 games back. The Mariners are 3 back. 9 games left to play. Before the Seahawks can get ready to take on the Vikings in Minnesota this Sunday afternoon, they still have to talk about the overtime loss to Tennessee. Coach Pete Carroll had his media soiree yesterday. He always does it on Monday, and he said what killed the Seahawks on Sunday afternoon was penalties.
We, failed to make the good decisions at the time of the end of the play, and we gave them 75 yards and 5 penalties, 5 major penalties, and that was really disruptive in the game. We had slugged it out throughout, and those changes in the field position, it just disrupted the flow of the game for us, and it made us adjust the momentum that we would build, and big play, and then here we go, we stop them, and now they get the ball first down again, on a 3rd down, couple plays, it was really obvious that the rest of the game was just a slugfest for us on defense, and offensively, what was obvious is that we never really found the rhythm because we scored so quickly in the first half. When we needed the running game that needed to be developed during the course of the game, we didn't have it, and so we just didn't finish the game the way I would love to have finished that thing, because we had a chance to hold it and work the football, and so all of those things that kind of seemed clear coming out were pretty obvious watching the film, and there was a game to be won there, and that's why it was, it's a real disappointment to let them get away with it.
Seahawks and Vikings at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Sunday, 1:25 on Fox. One local prep girls soccer game to report on. Bridgeport goes to 5-2 on the year. They beat Okanagan on the pitch 2-0. Very busy soccer schedule today. It always is on Tuesdays. At 4 this afternoon, you got OMAC hosting Lake Roosevelt at 4:30. Cascade welcomes Natchez Valley. Brewster plays at Chelan. Manson will host Pateros. Tonight at 6, you got Sela at Ephrata and Cashmere at LaSalle. At 7 o'clock, Eastmont will host Sunnyside. Wenatchee will be at West Valley. Moses Lake will welcome Davis. Speaking of Eastmont and Sunnyside, we're going to have that game for you live on the NCAA Live channel tonight. Sebastian Moraga, Matt Wiesen on the call. Pregame, 6:45. On the volleyball courts tonight, Waterville Mansfield will play at Elmira Cooley Heartline Loggins in Messina. That's at 6 o'clock. 6:30, you got Ephrata at Connell. Quincy hosts Walook. Omax at Okanagan. Manson travels to Liberty Bell. Tenaska takes on Brewster at 7. You got Eastmont at Sunnyside. West Valley at Wenatchee. Moses Lake will host Davis. NEATS at Bridgeport. And Cascade Christian at Moses Lake Christian. And finally, everybody into the pool. Girls swimming and diving at the Eastmont Aquatic Center. It is Eastmont hosting Wenatchee. They'll get going at 4 o'clock. And those are just some of the games that people are playing on this Tuesday, the 21st day of September. The Obscura holiday today. The people who keep modern society running. The government. No, I'm just kidding. IT. Yeah, information technology. Today is National IT Professionals Day today, and if it wasn't for them, our life would be miserable. Of course, they also have the power to make our life miserable, but most of the time we don't give them the credit that they deserve. It's always, this day is always on the third Tuesday in September, so it's about as late as it can possibly be. In honor of National IT Professionals Day, I have interesting facts about technology for you. Google rents goats from a company in Central California called California Grazing, and the goats, well, they eat the grass at their Mountain View headquarters, so they don't have to dirty up the air with lawnmowers, I guess. The word robot is Czechoslovakian in origin, Slovenian in origin. It means robota, which means slave, forced labor. Bet you didn't know that. A petabyte is equal to 1,024 terabytes. That's large enough to hold over 13 years a high-definition television on a hard drive. That's for you, Tucker. By the way, the first hard drive introduced in 1956 could hold 5 megabytes of information. It weighed over 2 tons. And by the way, studies have shown that if you read on a digital screen instead of on a printed page, you read about 10% slower than you would normally read. So you have a tendency to read slower when you're reading off of a screen as opposed to a printed word. Thought I'd throw that out there. Happy IT Professionals Day to all the gang in the basement, which is where they hang out. 27 minutes after the hour. Today in history. Happy birthday to the B-29. This super fortress makes its maiden flight 78 years ago today, manufactured by Boeing, was a game changer. In World War II, it could fly very high and drop bombs from so high up that the other planes couldn't get up there to try and shoot it down. Of course, the B-20, we have some incredible footage. There's only 2 B-29s that can still fly. One is Fifi, the other is Doc, and there they are. There's Fifi and Doc at an air show a couple of years ago. They're the only B-29s that can still fly. There are about 20 B-29s still around. Most of them are just sitting in museums or on static display, but the 2 of them still fly, Fifi and Doc. And of course, the B-29s, the only planes ever to use nuclear weapons in combat. It was B-29s that dropped the atomic bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. So happy 78th birthday to the B-29, the super fortress. Happy birthday, China. China as we know it. September 21st, 1949, 72 years ago today, the People's Republic of China is proclaimed as a communist country. There are 1.4 billion people in China. To put that into perspective, for every 10 people in the world, 2 live in China. That's pretty remarkable. In the United States, we have 10 cities with a population of over 1 million people. China has 160 cities with a population of at least 1 million people, and by the year 2025, in 4 short years, it's estimated that China will have 221 cities with a population of at least 1 million. That's a lot. Even though China spans 5 time zones, they only observe 1 single standard time. Once you're in China, it's the same time, whether you're on the far west coast or far eastern China, it doesn't matter. They don't observe time zones in China. The Chinese government owns all the pandas in the world. All the pandas are either living in the wild in China or in zoos, but the Chinese own the pandas. They loan them out to the United States. It costs the United States $1 million a year to get the pandas over here. And by the way, this, if you have a cell phone, the odds are pretty good. It was made in China. 75% of all cell phones are manufactured in China. China as we know it. 72 years old today. 40 years ago today, Sandra Day O'Connor made history, became the first female to be named to the United States Supreme Court, replacing the retired Potter Stewart. Sandra Day O'Connor, a legal legend, if you will, took the oath of office and got her commission 40 years ago today, September 21st, 1981. And a little personal note, September 21st, 2008, 13 years ago today, the last baseball game ever played at the original Yankee Stadium at 161st and Riverside in the Bronx, New York. The Yankees defeated Baltimore 7-3 in the most iconic sporting venue in this country's history. The Yankees played in the original Yankee Stadium for 85 years. They won 4,133 games. Yankee Stadium, this tells you something. A regular season, Major League season is 162 games. Yankee Stadium alone hosted 161 postseason games and exactly 100 World Series games. And I have a ticket. I still have my ticket stub. There it is. That's my very first trip to Yankee Stadium. Wednesday, June 28th, 1983, the New York Yankees defeated the Cleveland Indians 6-5. I know I was there. That's my actual ticket stub to my very first trip to Yankee Stadium. I'll never forget going up out of the subway and climbing farther and farther up to street level, and then there it was, the stadium in all its glory. Lou Piniella in the bottom of the ninth inning hit a double that drove in Dave Winfield for the winning run. I've been to the old Yankee Stadium, the original Yankee Stadium that we're talking about, a dozen times at least. I have never been to the new Yankee Stadium. But the old Yankee Stadium had its final game on this date in 2009. I remember it very well indeed. And by the way, just in case you're curious, the original Yankee Stadium, after they closed with the baseball game, they were talking about maybe doing a big benefit concert or some sort of big farewell celebration, but the Yankees insisted that the last event ever held at Yankee Stadium, the original Yankee Stadium, would be a baseball game. Made sense to me. Let's do birthdays. Happy 74th birthday to the king of horror, Stephen King, the author and screenwriter. Who's kidding who? He's good. Carrie, I remember when I read Carrie. I read the book Carrie before I saw the movie. The book is scarier than the movie. It's usually the case. Salem's Lot, The Shining, The Stand, various other books. Stephen King still writing at the age of 74, and a couple of legends are 71 years old today. Bill Murray, the actor, the comedian, Saturday Night Live, Caddyshack, Tootsie, Ghostbusters, Scrooge, Groundhog Day, Lost in Translation, and my personal favorite, Stripes. Bill Murray is 71 years old today, and my old cohort, a Northwest broadcasting legend, there he is, Stephen Mitchell Hare, is also 71 years old today. I never forget Steve's birthday. He was born on the exact same day that Bill Murray was. And they kind of look similar too, don't they? Happy 71st, Steve. We love you. We're thinking about you. After a quick break, we have a brand new opinion from Mike Mad Dog Mignotti. He's going to chime in with what's on his mind. And then my conversation with Linda Haglund, the executive director of the Wenatchee Downtown Association. Once again, the WDA is teaming together with the Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce to put on another job fair. Employers, employees, let's get you together. Let's get the workforce going again. It happens today at the Convention Center. Linda's going to give you the details when we come back. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel.
Tipsy Canyon Winery has become the place to go for fine wine and unbelievable views of the Chelan Valley. And now there's even more to enjoy. A new bandstand hosts live music every Thursday night during the spring and summer. The oversized fire pit's a favorite gathering place in the fall and winter. Tipsy Canyon has become a year-round destination for wine lovers. And while things have changed, what remains the same is that at-home feel provided by Mark, Tammy, and Lexi Garland. Stay for the moment that becomes the memory at Tipsy Canyon.
This is Kelly, owner of the Original Children's Shop in downtown Wenatchee. We strive to bring you the most quality, fashionable, and fun clothing for your little ones, along with gifts, toys, and accessories. I look forward to meeting you soon at the Original Children's Shop.
Are you frustrated because you feel like you aren't getting the internet speeds you pay for? One of the most common ways to test your internet connection is called a speed test. These are free and easily located on the internet and can tell you how fast your internet is. However, for certain reasons, these tests may not always be accurate. A speed test shows you how fast a file can be downloaded to the computer you're running the test on. However, there are many things that can affect the speed of that download besides the speed of the internet going into your home. A few of the things that can affect your internet speed are poor Wi-Fi signal, other wireless signals interfering with the wireless signals coming from your router, other devices in your home draining your bandwidth, your computer or phone running apps programs in the background that you aren't aware of, slowing your entire device. Any of these things can slow down your internet. Your internet is like water flowing down a pipe. There's a big pipe bringing internet to your local area, and a smaller pipe coming off of that bringing internet to your home address. Your router is just another pipe that brings the internet inside your house, and every device inside your home is like a pipe connected to the router. Just like with water, if any of those pipes along the way are too small for the amount of internet that needs to flow through for a family, the flow for everything down the line will be much slower. It's a lot like trying to push all the water going into your house through a small straw. Also, again, just like with water, if everyone in your home is using the internet at once, any individual device may not be able to receive the full flow of the internet. It's like your whole family trying to drink out of that small straw all at once. If you're struggling with internet that is slower than expected, make sure that all of the devices that your internet flows through are working correctly, and check all devices in your home for background programs that may be using the internet. If everything still appears to be working correctly, contact us and we'll be able to help.
I'm John Divis from Wenatchee Dental Arts, and I like to think myself as a comprehensive dentist. We are an office that treats people comprehensively for their dental problems. We do a lot of general dentistry in a broad sense. We don't send everything out. Things that we have the ability to do in the office, we like to keep in the office and under one roof and keep things as complication-free as possible. You can come to one place and have all their dental needs taken care of.
In a world afraid of technology, one man, one show will bring you the newest innovations that may just change your life. This summer, Ray McNeil and your Weekly Tech Update is your Weekly Tech Update with Ray McNeil.
Chelan Wireless is your Verizon authorized retailer featuring the latest iPhone and Android devices. Personal or business, they have the plan and the customer service you're looking for.
In these challenging times, Bear Foods is open and ready to help. From health to diet to home, we are here to take care of your needs. Bear Foods, the good food store.
From home furnishings to the latest in home entertainment technology, Deepwater Home and Electronics can provide the selection and the connection for your wireless world.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog McNally, and everybody's entitled to my opinion. Now, there seems to be a current trend in this country and in our community where the expression of Christian faith has degenerated into whether or not you wear a mask in public, get a COVID vaccination, or disrupt the public meeting. Now, how pathetic is that to think, hey, look at me, I'm a good Christian because I don't demonstrate a spirit of fear by wearing a mask when I go to Safeway. Hey, the Christians tortured in the Colosseum got nothing on me. But what about what the Apostle Paul teaches in the book of 1 Corinthians? That we Christians should stop insisting on our personal perceived rights and instead think of others. And by sharing Paul's attitude when he says, "For I'm not seeking my own good, but the good of many, so that they may be saved." This is Mike Mad Dog Magnati, and that's my opinion.
Stay active and independent for life. SAIL is an evidence-based strength, balance, and fitness program. The exercises in a SAIL class have been packaged into a formal regimen focusing on 4 key areas important to the health and fitness of mature participants: low-impact cardiovascular, balance work, strength training, and stretching. SAIL classes are designed for people of all fitness levels and can be done sitting or standing. Join us for SAIL on the NCW Life channel. Check your listing for days and times.
It's important to take medication as prescribed and store it in a secure place. But if you have unwanted medication, then proper disposal is important. Always check the label for disposal instructions and remove any personal information. MedProject offers safe and free options in your area to dispose of your unwanted medications. For more information about what services are available in your area, call 844-MED-PROJECT or visit medproject.org. MedProject, safe and secure.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Yes, it's me. It's my husband. I think is there something the matter with him?
It was a feeling that I'll never forget, like being able to meet them and know that he survived.
Okay, tell me what's happening. Is he conscious? No, he's not. He's not. Okay, take a deep breath for me. I'm getting you help.
Rivercom means to me that I still have my husband here with me. They're the ones that guided me through saving his life.
The Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center brings you Vibrant Motion, a new hour-long exercise program featuring local instructors Connie Townsend and Pat Robbins. Each week, we'll bring you a new episode with aerobics or Tai Chi. We promise you'll get a heart-pumping, low-impact workout regardless of your age. Join us for Vibrant Motion, weekdays on the NCW Life channel. Check your program guide for airtimes.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a four-letter word.
I think we should hire more people.
Doc, I'm late for a meeting. I'm thinking of starting my own practice.
Do it. Too much capital.
We need a warehouse.
I can't imagine how we do that. We should knock that wall down and expand.
Do it. There's always another wall beyond the wall.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
Few things strike fear in the human heart, like the possibility of a rattlesnake bite. Dogs can encounter rattlesnakes on their walks or in their yards, and being curious, often get bitten on their face, neck, and legs. Luckily, a vaccination is available to help neutralize venom so dogs experience less pain and swelling. Even if your dog has received a vaccine, you still need to seek immediate help. Dr. Shauna Bayes and the staff of Paws and Claws care about your pet's health. Call 888-PAWS to schedule your vaccination today.
Welcome back to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. The need is there on both sides of the ball. We've talked about this before back in June when the Wenatchee Downtown Association and the Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce teamed up for a job fair. That was in the summertime. Here it is autumn, and all day Tuesday, if you're looking for work, you want to be at the Wenatchee Convention Center because there'll be close to 50 employers. They need warm bodies, and you may need a job. And here to talk about it is the executive director of the Wenatchee Downtown Association, making her very first appearance, by the way, on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Never done the show before. Linda Haglund,
well,
how are you?
You know, people are calling a little bit of crazy on that because just last week I got stopped at Fred Meyer going, I haven't seen you on NCW Live TV lately. So here we go. If you're listening, I'm back.
You're back. Tomorrow, Tuesday. It went fairly well back in June. Mm-hmm. You kind of were hoping for a bigger turnout for those who are seeking employment. Obviously, the need is there again to do another job fair. So here we go again.
It is. And again, we knew when we partnered with the Chamber last time, we knew that hopefully we could get them through the summer as things were really fully opening up. But the need, now that a lot of college and high school kids have gone back to school, the need is even greater now. And we're thinking with the unemployment changes, the benefit changes, that there may be people ready to seek jobs in the job market. Kids have gone back to school. Maybe the situation has changed. And so from 10 until 3, we will be at the Wenatchee Convention Center all day from 10 until 3, and you can come in and you'll have over 50 opportunities to see what is out there. A little bit different, we learned from the last time. We'll have a map to tell you who is there and where. That was a little interesting last time. We had over 80 employers and people came looking specifically, let's say for Confluence Health or CVCH or PUD or someone. So we'll have a map to help you better navigate through, and we will be upstairs this time and not downstairs.
What are the protocols as far as COVID is concerned? Because I know the convention center has to deal with there are certain rules and regulations. People need to know about that.
They do, and everyone needs to know that this has been cleared through our local health department, but you do need to wear a mask. We'll have them there. If you happen to, like many people, get out of the car and just running or maybe running on your lunch hour, we'll have them there for you. But we do ask that you remain masked so we can comply and we can help the convention center comply with the current regulations. The tables will be adequately spaced out. It will be a very good environment. And I would just say, I've said it to you before and many people in the last week, If there was ever a time you wanted to think about a job somewhere, there has never been a better time to get a job in this town, ever. There will be an opportunity for you. We'll have an interviewing room. Some may be hiring on the spot. So if you're really come with your resume and dressed for success, but even if you can't, let's say you may be looking for a job transition. You can come, excuse me, on your lunch hour, and that's going to be okay too. We'll have a place you can fill out applications there. We will just try to do this and help both our employees looking for jobs and employers looking for employees. We're going to make it the very easiest we can.
Is there any particular sector in the economy that really needs bodies as opposed to others who are going to be able to maybe get through, but some industries, perhaps restaurant or service industry or hotel motel, they really need bodies?
Yeah, they do. We're hearing it more in our food service industries and also our hoteliers. Remember, we have a brand new hotel about to open up and others behind it. So yes, that is an immediate need, but understand we're gearing up for the fourth quarter. And a lot of these retail stores have not been open longer hours, which they like to do in the fourth quarter for the holidays. So some like to remain open on Sunday. That takes employees. So really we're seeing it across the industry sector. But you are right. Restaurants, food service in particular, and lodging have been hit pretty hard.
And yet businesses continue to move in. Burlington is going to be moving in, and they suck in jobs. Winco is a significant employer now. Companies, larger companies, aren't going to come to the Wenatchee Valley unless, number one, they think they can make a profit doing it. Number two, they have enough warm bodies to keep the doors open. It's a little bit more acute for some of your downtown association members who are much smaller operations.
And it is, but remember, your small business, your entrepreneur is a different soul, right? And I still have many of them that open the door and close the door. So in the fourth quarter, it's really critical. Many of them don't need as many employees as others that are, Firehouse Pet, for instance, is a 7-day-a-week operation. So obviously, the longer you're open. For restaurants, it's the same thing. You've seen signs, and it isn't just in Wenatchee. They're not able to open the hours they want because they do not have the staffing to adequately do it. So you're right. People will come here. And when people do come here, because we attract them for tourism, we attract them for meetings, they want to be able to get waited on, right? So it takes a village. It does.
Yeah.
It does.
And take it from somebody who owned a small retail business, brick and mortar. If you're not open, you don't make as much money.
No, you don't.
You don't.
And people get frustrated when they repeatedly try to come to you. And so we're just trying to help both the chamber and our organization help our community get through this crazy time. And one way we could do that is have this community job fair again and give people an easy one-stop shop opportunity.
And if you have put off the shot in the arm, for lack of a better term, you have an opportunity to play catch up, can't you?
You do, and unique partnership. Primera Blue Cross and Walgreens partnered and reached out to us and said, we'd like to do a free vaccination clinic. So you'll be able to, there will be a place you can come in and go and get a vaccination that day. If you've just been delaying or didn't want to and want to now, we've given you that opportunity. A great partnership that we've never been able to partner with. So we're pretty excited about having them with us. I want to also say thank you to Numerica. Numerica is our raffle sponsor. So we were able to purchase some gift cards for restaurants downtown that we'll be raffling off to participants that registered to just their name and phone number. And then also SkillSource is coming in, and because of them, we're able to give free lunch for our participants. They're sitting there all day, our businesses, participants that are sitting there all day. So we'll be able to do this for free and provide them with lunch.
So 5 people, provided they just fill out the form, 5 people are each going to have a chance to win a $100 gift card to a downtown restaurant.
They are. How fun is that?
Yeah.
And just to give you a little sneak peek, we used some that we had not been able to participate in the past. So India House, Cook's Corner, the Glenn's, Ina's, and the fifth one is escaping me. Just a second, and I'll think of it. But Stone's Gastropub, right? So you'll be able to win a $100 gift card. Pretty fun. pretty fun that day. We hope to make it enjoyable. We want everybody to feel comfortable. But please, if you've just been thinking about looking for a job and you need
or maybe changing jobs.
Maybe changing jobs, we're going to be there. And we are an organization like the Chamber, are just here to support business. We understand how hard this has been on everybody. We're working on 2 years, Dan. It won't be long till we'll be going. We've been doing this for 2 years. So as an organization, I know personally as our organization, we're looking for ways that we can help people get back to some kind of normal. So I'll come back later and talk about Halloween and what we're doing in November and some fun things in December that you can engage with the businesses downtown.
And even if you're out there and you're unemployed, you know that the free ride's over. I mean, the unemployment benefits without actually having to go out and physically look for employment, that's over. I mean, it's time to go back to work.
Or, at least actively seek and maybe find out. It would just be fun to find out what's out there in the community. And again, you might have in the back of your mind, COVID had made you step back and think about what you're doing or what you'd like to do. What a great time to test the waters, right?
And a job may become a career.
Yes.
You never know.
And the other thing we're looking at that has been a little different is the starting pay is a little higher than it ever used to be. So there's a plus too if you've been thinking about it.
And this is something I've been talking to with a lot of people who are professionals in this field. They say, yeah, right now they're doing signing bonuses, they're paying more than the minimum wage just to get people to come to work. But eventually, as they start seeing more and more applicants and they're able to pick and choose a little bit more, that's not going to happen.
Probably not.
So
that's right.
One last thing, Linda, before we cut you list, hold tight, I got to bend down here and get them. You brought me these just in the nick of time because the plastic bag, here you go, keep it local, because starting October, is it October 1st, I believe?
It is. So what we've done as an organization, we purchased these for something fun we're doing in the fourth quarter. We're calling it Mingle and Jingle, keep it local style. And we'll be explaining what that means. This is a reusable bag. But what we did to help our businesses with this plastic bag ban is we did the paper handle bag too in 3 sizes. So we'll be handing those out to our businesses to distribute if they're having a little stopgap problem getting the new bags or getting people. But if you're like me, I have to remind myself when I step into the grocery store to take my bags. We have less than a month now to get in this habit, Dan. So we'll be giving these out at the holidays. It'll be something super fun. So I just brought you in a couple so you
Here's
can
a tip.
start your
Keep them in your car because I did the same thing.
I know.
did the same thing.
Yeah, you take your groceries in the house.
Yeah.
The bags have to go back to your automobile.
Yeah. I have 4 or 5 of these of different from different businesses and from Linda now as well. And I just kept forgetting to bring them to the grocery store. And so I finally got started smart. And not only do I put them back in my car when I'm done with them, I put them on the front passenger seat. So they're right
It's
there.
going to save you 8 cents a bag, just saying.
Yeah, and that will add up in a hurry.
Yeah.
Again, it's all day Tuesday, 10 a.m. to
10 to 3.
10 to 3 at the Wenatchee Convention Center upstairs this time. Don't forget your mask. If you forgot your mask, they're going to provide you with a mask. Bring your resume. Dress accordingly. You may walk out with a job right there before the day's over.
They hired on the spot last time. Just a special thank you to NCW Live TV, Dan, for us giving the opportunity to message this. And for us, a nonprofit and the Chamber, we just appreciate this opportunity. So thank you very much.
You have an open invitation anytime.
I'll be back because we've got Heroes banners going to go out. We got lots of stuff happening.
That's right. Come November for Veterans Day. That's the banners go up, and then Halloween and all that other stuff.
All stuff.
Downtown is where it's at, baby. That's where the action is, right here in North Central Washington. Linda, it's good to see you.
Thank you.
You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
I'm here at the Discovery Center at Rocky Reach Dam, where there's a ton of cool stuff to do. You can learn how the dam harnesses the power of the Columbia, walk inside a Native American Tule Lodge, and steer clear of disaster on the Rock Island Rapids. You can check out the new fish viewing space and even stare a salmon right in the eye. Explore all this and more at Chelan County PUD's brand new Discovery Center at Rocky Reach Dam, now open year-round.
Kids are resilient. I just love their energy. They bounce back so quickly. I love the stories they tell. I love just their charisma, their character. I love to see that subtle smile that you pull out of a kid, you know, when you start talking with them about something they really like. I just love what I do, and I can't imagine I would be as happy doing anything else.
NCW Life Channel is your local TV station. We provide the latest news from around North Central Washington weeknights at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock with Grant Olson. If it's happening in your neighborhood, we have you covered with a staff of reporters who are always on call. Grant will also keep you up to date on the latest weather, and Eric Grandstrom covers sports. It's all on your local TV station, the NCW Life Channel.
Pretty much is the foundation of my day.
It centers me. It makes me just feel better inside and out.
It's part of my daily routine, basically, so I feel complete, you know.
Not just a physical health, but it's a mental health. And you could almost even say it's a spiritual thing for me to be able to get my workout in on a regular basis.
Make being home fun again. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa has just what you need to bring fun back into your backyard. We have a wide selection of artesian spas and swim spas, new and used to choose from. We are happy to announce we are now selling Rainbow Kids play structures with 50 models to choose from. To help finish off your entertainment area, we have patio furniture and Komodo Joe grills. At Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, we have just what you need to bring family fun and entertainment to your backyard. Stop by today.
Another in a series of beautiful mornings here in the Wenatchee Valley. We have an extra minute or two, so we thought we'd take the time to take you around the valley again in North Central Washington with our Valley View cameras. The thing that we start the show with, we're going to end the show with. I mean, what the heck, right? Let's see what we have out there around North Central Washington. I think we're starting with the cross camera Uriah, are we? We are not. Oh, he's throwing curveballs at me. I could never hit a curveball. I could hit a fastball, could never hit a curveball. Arando Rock chimes in, Lake Antioch, sitting there looking good. This is, of course, it's just a reservoir behind Rocky Reach Dam, so it doesn't really look like it's flowing anywhere, but trust me, it is, with the Wenatchee Valley off into the distance. Camera number 2, since he changed them all up on me, I guess I get, well, Omi Gardens. Speaking of Lake Antioch, that's basically looking the other direction, looking up the Columbia River with Rocky Reach Dam. You just saw the ad for the Rocky Reach Discovery Center. I still need to go pay it a visit. I got to carve out some time and check it out. So good morning to Rocky Reach Dam, the Baker Flats Industrial Park to your right, and all places to the north. Camera number 3. Ooh, boy, I want to say Root Canyon, but I'm probably wrong. It is Root Canyon. Okay, so out there is Waterville. Hi, Waterville. Wave back. There you go. Or the waving wheat, by the way, can sure smell sweet when the wind comes right behind the rain. I'm quoting Rogers and Hammerstein now. And finally, camera 4. There's the cross camera, looking good. You can see how blingy and bright and colorful that camera is. As I mentioned before, that's a 4K camera, 4K, which means it cost us $4,000. No, it means it has basically 4 times the resolution of a regular high-definition camera, and it is a stunning view from right adjacent to the cross at the very tip of Wenatchee Heights. Okay, from the National Weather Service, once again, high pressure, going to be large and in charge with one weak little shortwave system that's going to come in tonight, going to last through Wednesday mid-morning, and then we'll be done with it. So lots of sunshine today, high of about 77 degrees, 52 for the overnight low tonight. Our normal high this time of the year, 75. Again, we'll see some clouds thickening up tonight, and we'll wake up tomorrow morning, but lots of clouds, but gradually the clouds will be dissipating. By the time we get to Wednesday afternoon, it'll be nothing but sunshine again with a high of 78. However, as the shortwave comes in and out, a little windy at times. On Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday night, we're talking northwest wind about 15 miles an hour, but that'll be gone. Thursday, right about 78 again, and then we'll be into the lower 80s on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Again, today is the last day of summer. The autumnal equinox is at 12:20 tomorrow afternoon. Have a great last day of summer. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.